Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
If you were waiting for Dragon Ball Daima to finally slip up and leak some of the story elements that you would see later on in the series, well, it looks like today is accidentally that day for them, and they have given us probably a huge spoiler for what's going to happen, but it seems like the most obvious answer to what's about to come next in the story of Dragon Ball Daima. And I say this on the eve of tomorrow's episode where Vegeta is facing off to get the Dragon Ball, and Majin Buu is doing the exact same thing. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what the new potential leak that just dropped is, as well as where the story is going because of everything that is being set up. So sit back, relax, and if you love Dragon Ball as much as I do, hit that like button. Show you're a true Dragon Ball fan by doing just that. Let's go ahead and jump in. So ever since these bugs were introduced, we have been speculating as to what they're going to be used for. Goku has already used the stamina one on himself, and it filled him up halfway as if he had eaten an entire meal. So we know that he's actively not only buying and using these bugs, but the story is explaining to us what these bugs actually do. One of these bugs is a fusion bug, which right here you can see that it potentially fuses 3 people, but in the subtitles it says it fuses 2. So this is something that is going to be coming down the line, and definitely heavy foreshadowing on Dragon Ball Daima's part, showing us that this part of the story is not being ignored, and it makes sense. Goku and the gang are working backwards with Glorio, who secretly is working for Dr. Arinzu. They're working backwards to gain all the Dragon Balls. Goku already took down one of the Tamagamis, and now Vegeta is in the middle of fighting the second one. Remember, there are only 3 Dragon Balls, and Dr. Arinzu from the other side, because she is in the first demon world, she has created Majin Buu to try to take down that universe or that world's Tamagami, and he failed. Then in the last episode, she made Majin Buu, who faced off against a Tamagami and is doing a far superior job. This is where the story is getting interesting, because if we have Goku taking one down, then Vegeta taking down the next, and then whatever Majin creature that Dr. Arinzu created, that one takes down the other one, then that means that she's in possession of one of the Dragon Balls, bringing her into direct conflict, and the Majins into direct conflict with Goku and the gang. And if the first world one is the strongest, I don't think that Majin Buu is going to be potentially be able to defeat him on his own, and more than likely we'll see some sort of fusion, or maybe Majin Buu eats Majin Buu, and then we'll have a new warrior that will face off against a Tamagami then, leaving Goku, Vegeta, and the gang no choice but to fuse. And this is where we get to the spoiler that Dragon Ball Daima just accidentally or purposely sent out. On behalf of Toei and Dragon Ball, new Potara earrings have just been announced for purchase. You can purchase your own official Potara earrings. I know you've gone through Etsy, I know you've gone through other stores to get these. Well, these are going to be either ones that you can clamp on, or real ones you can actually put through your ear if you already have earrings. Well, this is something that isn't just coming from Toei and Dragon Ball, but explicitly it has said that it is from Dragon Ball Daima. Very, very, very curious. Why is Dragon Ball Daima showing out merchandise that is the Potara earrings for fusion? One of the reasons that the community has come up with is that Dragon Ball Daima is promoting the Majins because the Majins have these earrings. Well, no. The Supreme Kai is the only one that has these earrings, and if they're trying to promote Dragon Ball Daima, I don't think they would selectively choose the Supreme Kai alone to push Dragon Ball Daima forward through merchandising, because he isn't that marketable, unfortunately. But the Potara earrings are extremely marketable because of one character that wears them, and that is Vegito. Now, the theories that Vegito was going to return have been coming around since we got the first trailer of Dragon Ball Daima, and then we found out that this takes place after the Buu arc, because Vegito is the strongest character at that time. It's the strongest fusion. He would have mopped the floor with Kid Buu. It is by far the strongest anybody in Dragon Ball Z at that time. So it made sense the community was creating fan fiction and fan theories that this character was going to return, and they were only fueled even more by the fusion bugs that Goku purchased at that store. So I do think that Dragon Ball Daima is being particularly cheeky on this one, that they are purposely showing you, hey, stick around because Dragon Ball Daima is about to go down the fusion hole here, and you don't want to miss it. But it's not going to be Potara fusion, even though, I mean, yeah, these are in the demon realm right now. There is nothing that is stopping the Supreme Kai from giving these earrings to Goku and Vegeta, so that way they can fuse together. And right now we do have this plot hole because, I mean, these earrings are there. Creating someone as strong as Vegito would be able to easily take out any Majin character that they could come up with in the demon realm, especially since Kid Buu was basically a fluke and he is the strongest character that came out of the demon realm at this time. So honestly, these earrings could be given to Goku and Vegeta, so that way they can fuse together to face off against whatever Majin Buu eventually becomes. But because they've put so much emphasis on these fusion bugs, it is more than likely that Goku and Vegeta are going to eat these fusion bugs and fuse together into one being. But this being is not going to be Vegito as we know him, because Vegito only comes from the Potara earring fusion, just like Gogeta only comes from the fusion dance. These two beings only come from specific types of fusion, and if you had Goku and Vegeta fuse from the bugs, you would have an entirely new character. What this character is going to be called can be anyone's guess, but I do think that Dragon Ball Daima purposefully ended up showing us these Potara earrings because they're trying to hint at, hey, the fusion's coming, because I would imagine that that would be the only character strong enough to face off against whatever Majin Buu eventually becomes, because I don't believe Majin Buu is the ultimate big bad villain that they're going to be facing off against at the end of Dragon Ball Daima. But what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think this is going to be something that's going to happen? And what would you name the fusion between Goku and Vegeta that isn't Vegito or Gogeta? Let me know in the comment section below.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish. Subscribe for more content. Or perish. Subscribe for more content.